Man, this is Deion Dawkins, man, and you're listening to The Scoop on OurScoop.com. You already know.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Scoop, the weekly podcast of OurScoop.com, the authority on Temple athletics. I'm your host, OurScoop editor John DiCarlo. I'm flying solo this week. Kyle and Ryan are off. Bit of an abbreviated show this week. No mailbag. We'll get a little bit more into any football recruiting updates next week after the July 4th holiday. But what we have for you today is my one-on-one interview with Deuce Drake, the Indiana transfer. I mentioned a few weeks back that we would continue to bring you one-on-one interviews to help you get to know this mostly new Temple men's basketball roster. So Deuce Drake committed to Temple about a couple months ago. At this point, a well-traveled point guard, started off at Cleveland State and then played a JUCO season at Butler Community College. Then he transferred over to Drexel, where he really kind of broke out, shot nearly 40% from three, averaged 11.1 points per game. And Deuce talked about this in our conversation that we hear coming up. Back on November 12th, 2024, he was on Drexel's roster for a 69-61 Temple Big Five win over the Dragons at the Liacouras Center. He had 4 points and 3 rebounds and 2 assists in 29 minutes, but that wasn't really indicative of the type of season that he had there. He went on to score in double figures 17 times, topped the 20-point mark 4 times. Twice he had season highs of 25 points, so that was the season that really got him noticed. He goes to Indiana in the portal, but didn't end up playing. You'll hear him talk in our interview here about what was described in a bunch of different articles as a lower body injury. He told me that it ended up being turf toe, an injury that is a really, really nagging injury. Hyperextended it, tried to come back, re-aggravated it. But he also, you'll hear him in the interview talk about how Temple tried to get him in the portal the last time around. Similar story to Jordan Marsh's recruitment. Temple tried to get Jordan Marsh last year. They almost had him. He ends up at USC. Temple tried getting Deuce Drake in the portal last year. He ended up at Indiana. This time around, Temple gets him. So now you have 2 key ball handlers, the 2 primary ball handlers in the backcourt now, in Deuce Drake and Jordan Marsh. But again, this week, it's Deuce Drake that you're going to hear from. After that, I'll close out the show, and I'll give you a little bit of a preview of what's to come in the coming weeks here on The Scoop. Varun Kumar, if you had been following along in his series about the 2001 Temple Elite 8 team under the late, great John Chaney, 2 more installments of that story to wrap up that series are coming up, and we're hoping to get Varun on the show at some point to talk about his reporting process. And we'll also tell you what's ahead with our preseason football coverage. We're heading into the month of July. Preseason camp is going to be here before you know it. So not much of a summer break, despite how much Kyle wants one. But without further ado, here is my conversation with Temple point guard Deuce Drake. And then, like I said, we'll close out the show for you on the other side. Did you ever think you'd be back in Philly playing college basketball again?
No, I did not at all. I mean, I thought I was going to be in Indiana probably the rest of my career, and after that, go pro.
Tell us what happened with the injury last year. I know everywhere I read it's lower body. It was a foot or ankle injury or?
No, I mean, it was my foot. I mean, it was my whole foot, honestly. It was just but it was called turf toe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just I kind of hyperextended my toe, and I had a grade 3.
How hard is it to deal with that? You hear about it derails football players' careers, and people talk about how painful it is. How did it happen? Is this something that happens over time, or can you point to a specific instance where it happened?
Yeah, it was in practice. It was in practice, and I fell on somebody's foot, and I said, I hyperextended it, and I mean, it sounds really little and not really that big of a deal, but it's actually. Because it affects your whole foot, it's your toe is all your balance, and I mean over time I had to actually learn how to walk again and jump again. Kind of, it's a hard injury.
Sure. Was it a situation where you could have maybe come back, but you thought I might as well just take the whole year?
Yeah, but I was considering it, and then I came back a little too soon. I feel like I got I actually got a stress fracture.
Oh wow!
In the middle of the season, trying to come back.
Oh okay.
And then it was kind of called it quits after that because it just didn't make no sense. It was like only like 4 games left. So,
what's the mental piece of it like? Because you've really worked your way up in your career from Cleveland State to JUCO. You have a great season at Drexel. Then you get to Indiana. Someone out there says this guy's good enough to play in the Big Ten. You get there and you get hurt. How tough was it to deal with that?
I mean, honestly, it was pretty tough because like that was like my dream to play in the Big Ten, and just growing up watching Michigan State. Sure. So like, I mean, it was really hard on me, but like having good people around me, my family, good teammates at Indiana, like this like helped me get through it. It was hard, but like I got through it and just trying to get back here at Temple.
What do you take from your time there, even though you couldn't play, just being around the program, being in the Big Ten, going on the road with the team, being in that environment? What do you take from your time there?
I would say I got better like mentally with the game, like just understanding it, like mental, like it's not just skill, like at like the mid-major, like mid-high, it's kind of a lot of skill, and like the difference is I feel like the IQ is a lot higher at that level, and just learning the game. I learned the game a lot by just sitting down and watching it and like dwelling it all in. Taking it all in.
What is it like when you're sitting on the sideline? Again, everybody wants to be out there playing, but what were some of the areas where you feel like you got better mentally? Like where you almost feel like you were just like becoming like a coach just watching the game?
Yeah, I mean, just making quicker reads, like in this as a point guard, just making quicker reads. I feel like that sped up my head. Like it was kind of slow at first, and just like at Drexel, it was a lot more just like skill and just me being faster and stronger than a lot of like guards at the mid-major level.
When it came time to enter the portal, who were some of the schools that reached out? I know you've been through it before, but what was it like this time around? Like who reached out to you, and how did you settle on Temple?
I mean, really a lot of old schools that recruited me, like a lot of CAA, but majority a lot of A10, American. Some high majors. I mean, just a lot of people questioning the injury and see if I'm 100% back.
How do you feel now? Do you feel back to 100%?
Yeah, I feel like I'm back. I'm just getting back in shape and getting back to basketball shape, and it's totally different. Like this basketball different. I mean, being in shape like normal, but like basketball shape is a totally different like grind to get back.
What was it about Temple? Like if you had to guide somebody through the process, like you came on the visit here, like when did you know you wanted to be here?
I mean, they were just really high on me last year. Like it was like as soon as I entered the portal, they called me right. Like as soon as my name hit it, like they called me right then and there. Was trying to like meet with me because like I was down the street at Drexel. They're trying to meet with me. Like so, I mean, we kept a good connection. Like good. We spoke like right after this year too. Like just the same type of energy, and like I just really liked it that they didn't really care about the injury and all that, and I just really liked the way they played when I played them 2 years ago. So
yeah. So when you hit the portal the last time, went to Indiana, they tried recruiting you last time, so this was the second time around.
Yeah.
Almost same thing as like with Jordan Marsh, and they got you. Did you and Jordan talk about that at all? How you both ended up here, and Temple recruited you guys both hard last time around?
Nah, yeah. I mean, I heard about that with Jordan. They wanted him too. I mean, it probably was just destined because they wanted us.
Yeah.
They both wanted us to come in at the same time, so I think it was good this time to go.
When do you kind of know? Is there a moment on the visit where you're like, okay, this feels right? I mean, I know you know Philly from being at Drexel, but when did you kind of know in your mind that this is where you wanted to be? Was it something like conversation you had with the coaches on the visit, or how do you make up your mind when you're sorting through all these other schools that want you?
I mean, really just, the staff, the staff is just really genuine and just like, it's always a good time. Like it's not always about basketball too. Like I feel like at that level, like it's kind of political and just like it's a business. Like even though we're all getting paid at NIL now, like but I feel like they don't really recognize that. Like it's a business, but they still try to like operate. Not when it's not basketball, they try to like bring up other stuff and like try to ask about your family and just have a good time. When it's not basketball, but when it's on the court, it's time to work.
What do they envision for you here? I mean, I know you're a point guard, but when Adam and the staff talk to you, obviously you're going to be handling the ball a lot, but what do they envision for you here?
I mean, really just since I'm a vet, just to like be more of a leader and just get the guys going and just play my game, like be a lead guard.
At Drexel, 33 games there, 11 points per game. You shot almost 40% from three. You had a pretty solid assist-to-turnover ratio. What are you looking forward to showcasing from your game in Adam's system now?
I mean, just really just to keep that three-point percentage high and get a lot more. I would say really just just play my game to the full, like probably better than I did at Drexel, and like get that 3-point and assist higher. Just play my same game, honestly.
I've asked all the other guys this. When guys come here for visits, they tell me that the staff just like does a complete deep dive into their game. Here's the good, the bad, everything in the middle. Like, did they do that with you? And if so, what did they tell you that they saw about your game?
Oh yeah, that was another thing that I honestly forgot. Like on my visit, they kind of like just broke down everything, my 3-point, my assists, like just my like everything. Honestly, and I really loved that. But they really liked my percentages. Like they were pretty all high, but they just wanted me to work on my finishing. They said like, and I agree. I feel like that's something that I do need to work on, and finishing through contact. No, I really did. That was a good recruiting tactic, I feel like.
Did I see that you trained up in New York back in the spring? And if so, what was that like? I randomly saw that when I was looking around and saw on Facebook, and you even did some boxing up there. What was that like? How'd you get connected to those guys, and what was it like just to, I know guys will train outside of just doing basketball stuff, but what did it mean for you? Take us through that.
I mean, just being out so long, I just feel like I needed to get away and get back grinding. And I feel like, I had one of my trainers. He was from Michigan, but he's originally from New York. So we decided to take a month and just work out there. And I was pretty good. I feel like that's where I kind of got back and got back to myself, and just I feel like I had to take a step back and just kind of get back locked in and get focused for the season and off season. So it was pretty good. I had a good strength coach named Brian. He's pretty good. And my trainer from from New York is Dominique. So
what's that like? Because college has been hectic for you. You've gone from one place to the next, and when you can just, I imagine, go to New York and just focus on that for a month.
Yeah.
Were you still finishing up coursework from Indiana? What is that like? It almost feels like a boxer going away to train.
Yeah, that's exactly kind of my thought process on trying to do that. Just trying to get back in a good headspace with basketball. Just basketball getting taken away from me. But yeah, I did schoolwork as well. It was all online, so just having to deal with that and working on my craft. I feel like it was a good choice to do that.
Where in New York were you?
I was near Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I got to visit Manhattan a little bit. Go down there a couple times, try out the train stations for the first time. So it was pretty cool experience.
Nice. Take me back to just your earliest basketball memory growing up in Michigan. What got you into playing? Do you remember how old you were when you were like, oh, I want to do this?
Yeah, actually it was my first league when I was 5 or 6. I feel like my dad put me in a little league at the Jewish Community Center.
Yeah.
And they lowered the rims and everything. So it was, I don't know, a lot of people just said I was kind of naturally just good. And it was just really fun. I feel like that was my first real memory. I don't know, I was just naturally good my first game. And I just remember, I don't know.
Now, you're named after your dad, right? And that's where the Deuce nickname comes from?
Yeah.
When did it start to stick? Did everybody just call you that growing up, or was it more like a high school or a college thing where it started to take hold?
Nah, when I was growing up just playing basketball, honestly, it's just a basketball type of name. In basketball, people call me Deuce, or when I go to school, people call me Jason. So I feel like that's where it got just got popping. My name just kind of, as I grew up and just kind of got stuck to me.
What does your dad mean to you, and what does your family mean to you? You've been close to them at times geographically, then farther away at times. What do they mean to you?
I feel like that's my why. Honestly, just my family. It's just taking the sacrifices, trying to go from state to state to just try to. I feel like that's who I play basketball for. Honestly, my dad, also my other family, but more so my dad, honestly, because like my dad, I see my dad get up at 5 a.m. Go to work, never miss a day, and just you see that. That's where I feel like that's where I get my work ethic from. Just seeing him get up and no excuses and just work and working that forward, like, and just kind of just keep building up. And I feel like we kind of got the same type of like mindset. Like he just kept going up in his job. Now he's a manager and all that. So
that's cool. And he's at Ford.
Yeah.
That's like the quintessential Michigan story right there.
No, yeah, he's been at Ford for like 20 plus years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. When did you know you had a chance to be good? Was it once you got into high school, or did you have people telling you even when you were younger, like, hey, you're going to be a D1 ball player at some point?
I mean, in middle school, I mean, I kind of was always like highly ranked in the state, and just kind of hearing it from a lot of people, like my family and friends, and just hearing it a lot, just kind of just stuck with it and like just kept grinding and like never really giving up.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a time I could have gave up, like JUCO, and I just feel like I just stuck with it, and good things came with it.
What's the Detroit basketball scene like? Like, you've been in Philly at Drexel, and you know, like, there's a certain identity to like the Philly basketball scene. Then you spent time up in New York, and then you're out in Big Ten country at Indiana. Like, growing up in Detroit, playing AAU out there, how would you describe it to people? Does it have its own identity just like Philly does?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of similar. Like Philly is like a real gritty city, and like Detroit is like that's what it's known for, just gritty and like kind of like getting it out of the mud. And I feel like that's what we kind of get it. Like it's not really a lot. Like Detroit is not really known for like a lot of basketball players, but it's a lot of unknown, really good basketball players. But a lot of people doesn't really like make it out from playing basketball. So I mean that's where I feel like I get it from, just being like really unknown and just trying to get known a little bit and like get my name out there. Just a lot of Detroit, it's just a hard-nosed living, like. Yeah. So I feel like that's what it's known for.
What was your recruitment like when you were coming out of high school? Who were some of the other schools that were recruiting you, and then how'd you end up at Cleveland State? I
mean, it was kind of up and down because of the COVID.
Yeah. Like
the COVID kind of messed up a lot of the seniors going in that year, and I originally was going to go to like Toledo, and then they kind of the portal started to happen and all that, and so I had to like kind of like step back and try to figure out another situation, and then Cleveland State kind of came about, and then committed.
And then you were at Cleveland State. You didn't play much there as a freshman, which people tend to forget is completely normal.
Yeah.
But like now there's just like this instant gratification. Did you go to JUCO thinking like, I got to go somewhere else to just get more experience? You know, like it's so different now. Like when you play sparingly as a freshman, like 5-6 years ago, that no one's saying like, oh, there's something wrong with them. It's just part of the progression. Like what went into going to play at Butler after that freshman season?
I mean, honestly, now that I'm older, playing as a freshman is extremely hard, honestly, because your body and your mental is not really ready for it. Yeah. You're playing against grown men.
Yep.
And I just wasn't really ready, and I wish I would have known that and like just accepted it and just kept my head down and worked. But Cleveland State just wasn't a good spot for me, I feel like, and the staff felt the same way, and I just kind of like took a risk and went JUCO. And I mean, I feel like JUCO was like the best thing that could have happened for me. I feel like I got like the love and the hunger for the game back, because like you're just taking a step back. You coming, you're 17, 18, coming to a D1. You think you got like a little different mindset. You think you made it, and I feel like JUCO kind of humbles you and it brings the love and the actual love for the game back.
Did you kind of know right away, like, oh, this was the right move for me? Because it just seemed like, obviously, again, look, just looking at your career from afar, it looks like it was definitely the right move for you. But did you kind of know right away, like, oh, I needed to do this?
Not at first, because it was like JUCO is really hard. It's like it's one of the hardest mentally things my basketball career I had to deal with. Just like, because you don't have the fancy stuff anymore. Like you don't have, like you gotta get it out the mud. Honestly, just like no trainers, just like two to three coaches. The facilities are not that nice. So at first I was like, yeah, this is kind of a tough situation, but I feel like I look again like my family and just having those type of people in my corner just telling me like this it's gonna be all right. I feel like that helped me a lot. But I mean at the end, like, cause like in JUCO you get a lot of like your friends are like you get close with your friends because you like right next to them and you all are going through a tough time. So like I feel like I'll still talk to them to this day. So like I feel like after the season, like I was like, yeah, this is a wonderful move. Like I grew, because JUCO you have to grow up a little bit. So
Yeah.
I feel like after the season, just dwelling on it, like it was a great decision for me because I had to grow up.
And then when your recruitment comes around after that season, how'd you pick Drexel? Who got involved when you decided to come out of there?
I mean, honestly, I didn't really have too much because like during the season I had like a back injury a little bit, and so like my stats was kind of going down, my recruitment was kind of going down. So like I mean Drexel kind of was like my only decision, like really Division I. Thought I was gonna have to go D2, honestly.
Yeah.
But nah, Drexel, I feel like they gave me an opportunity and I just took advantage of it.
When you came here and you were at Drexel, you had 4 points on 2-7 shooting, 4 fouls in that game, but that's not really an indication of how that season went for you. And then from there, later on in February, you had that 25-point game against William & Mary, double figures in 8 of your last 10 games, and you averaged 15 points a game in those last 10 games. What clicked for you? Was it just time and experience and just looking around and saying, this is the player I know I am? Like, what changed for you to where you hit that stride?
Honestly, me being honest, after that game, I feel like it kind of opened my eyes a little bit. Cause like I was still trying to figure it out. Cause I was like the third or fourth game, and just seeing, I don't know, I forget his name. What's the guard that was number 55? Not 55. The guard that was here at Temple.
Jamal Mashburn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him. I seen him and I was guarding him, and just seeing the way Coach Fish and the staff let him like play. I feel like me and him were kind of similar in the way, like the way we score, and I was like, that kind of like changed my mindset a little bit, honestly. And I told Fish that too. Just seeing the way they let them play, like maybe kind of opened my eyes. Like, yeah, I could do that. I could do the same. Like, I feel like I could do the same thing he could do. Like, and it kind of like clicked for me after that. And I feel like my season kind of like made a 360 after that.
That's kind of cool. That's almost like a full circle moment here.
Yeah, like really, because like I really liked how he let the guards like just be free and like not really worried about the coaching, just like let you play your game. So I feel like that's why it was a great fit as well.
Did Zach kind of do the same thing for you at Drexel? Like the more you were just building confidence, the more he was like, all right, Deuce, we're going to let you, I trust you here.
Nah, yeah, I mean, he gave me, Spiker, he gave me a lot of freedom. Like we had a lot of talks, and like he even let me come over his house and just watch my old film and like just give me that reassurance and confidence to like get me back, like knowing that I can do what I can do. And I feel like he helped me a lot, and Will Chaves and Franz. I feel like they really helped me a lot, just like helping me like learn the game and like just learn how to be a better player and be a pro, because they were pros at one point. So I feel like I give them a lot of credit as well.
It's early, but how do things look just working out with the guys? I know just from looking at social media, you guys are spending a lot of time off the court, taking trips, doing yoga, you're golfing, and then like you can see the workouts here. What have you seen so far from this group? What do you think is possible for these guys?
I feel like we can make a good run if we just come together. I feel like just doing all the stuff you just said, like I feel like that's great for us. Like the more we come together, like the more we can do, because we have a lot of talent, got a lot of different players, and everybody's pretty versatile. Like so, I feel like that's a good sign of like trying to win, and I feel like we compete a lot. So that's a good sign for trying to go to March.
I mean, I know there are multiple guys on the team that can handle the ball, but I would have to imagine Adam and the staff are looking at you and Jordan as maybe like the two most capable ball handlers. What's it been like just building that chemistry with him? I know maybe you can't give this away. Are you guys on the court together at the same time? Are you kind of like competing against each other in practice? What's it been like?
I mean, I feel like in June, like that's what the staff tries to try to have us compete against each other, and then later on we play. I mean, we probably play together like couple times. But I feel like just competing each other, like iron sharpens iron. I feel like that's what we're doing right now, and then later on, I feel like that's when we're gonna like start playing against each other and learning each other and building on each other. And I feel like it's gonna be good because like we both can score, we both can pass. Like so, it's like I feel like we're gonna be a pretty good duo.
You touched on this earlier. I would have to imagine from you going from stop to stop to stop, that's got to build up a lot of resiliency. Like, how do you feel now as a player and a person as opposed to when you were first coming out of high school when you got to Cleveland State?
I mean, I feel like I grew in every which way. Like, I feel like, because like I even got that tatted on me. I got resilient, like, and like that. I feel like that's me, honestly, because like I'm just going from different situations, and it's so hard, like coming from being 18. Yeah. And it's just hard as being on your own, and then just having to adapt and after just figure it out. And then, I mean, I feel like, I mean, I give myself grace, honestly, just like from doing that, because it's hard. Like, you're away from your family for 8+ months and just being on your own. And I feel like I learned myself a lot. So I feel like it's a great experience.
How does it shape you as a leader? You touched on that earlier too. Everybody says, I want to be a leader, but I think sometimes it's a little different if a coach comes to you and says, like, hey, I'm kind of like expecting that out of you. I know a lot of the guys here have transferred a lot, but you are one of the older guys here. You know what it's like to play in Philly. You know what it's like to be in a Big Ten program. Have you talked to, I don't know, I mean, like Derek Morton Rivera is one of the, one true freshman who's coming in, or maybe even someone who's a little younger in their career. Do you kind of try to like pull them aside and say, here's what I've learned? Or is it that kind of happen just naturally? Or if you had to explain that to someone, what does that look like if someone says, hey, I need you to be a leader on this team?
I mean, I feel like, I don't really feel like I'm like a loud leader. I feel like I'm like a one-on-one, like just how you said, like coming up to him, like do this, do that. I feel like I naturally do that, just like people from when I was like my freshman year doing it to me. So I feel like just like I have to do it, honestly, because like just try to like give back and like help them so they don't make the same mistakes I made when I was younger. So I feel like that's just kind of like natural for me.
You've had to blend in with different teams. I imagine you've probably seen some of what works and what doesn't work. What does work during these summer months when you're getting to know the team off the floor and off the floor, on the floor? What works and what doesn't work when you're like really getting to know the team and just build the team culture right now?
I feel like what works is like the outside of basketball. Honestly, I feel like that's what builds and that translates on the court, because like if you don't really know your teammate like right next to you like deeply, like you're not really gonna have like a really good connection on the court. So I feel like that's what doesn't work. And just how Fish has us like doing all these events like outside of basketball, I feel like it's gonna help us in the long run.
Anybody who's impressed you so far? I mean, I know guys say, well, we're all good, but like anybody who's been tougher to guard, or anybody who's like really just impressed you with just a certain way they've been able to absorb the offense or defense or the way they're shooting or anything?
I would say Marsh. I really like his game. He's really quick and twitchy a little bit. I'm really impressed with him, and just translating that Big Ten stuff and bringing it to Temple. I feel like it's gonna help us out a lot.
Did you ever think when you got to college, yes, the portal was starting, NIL was starting, but did you think it would be this crazy where guys are not staying in one place for too long? Did you ever think the college would be like this for you?
No, not at all. Because I was in the beginning of when like the transfer portal, so I definitely didn't think like with like the NIL and all that, and just like the moving around. I definitely didn't think it was gonna be like this. It's kind of crazy. It's good for the players, honestly. It's a transition for the players. It's like a players era right now, honestly.
Yeah. The other thing that you mentioned before too is like not only with the portal, when you're young, you are now going into college basketball. You're playing against guys that are 23, 20, like they're like grown men, and there is a difference. Now that you're a little bit later in your career, how much does that help you with just the mental piece of it, the physical piece of it? Do you feel like a veteran now, like you have that confidence that you would have wanted when you were a freshman getting into it now? Because it's like coaches say, we got to get old and stay old, and everything's changed. Yeah. What does it feel like to be on that side of it now, to be an older guy with some wisdom?
I feel like, I'm blessed to just just be able to just go from like really every level, honestly, and just take in everything. I feel like that helped me a lot, just from so many different coaches and different styles. I feel like that's what I feel like that's a plus for me. Like, I feel like that's a skill for me, honestly, just to be able to adapt and like learn so many different like styles and plays. And I feel like that's what helped me become the player I am, just like being so versatile, being able to pass, shoot, defend, and I feel like that, just going from different places, I feel like that's what gave me them strengths.
What did you know about this program when you were younger? It's the sixth winningest program of all time. Everybody says they got to get back to the tournament, and it's a proud program with a lot of tradition. Yeah. Did you start to learn a little bit more about Temple just being at Drexel, and how much they talk about the tradition here and saying, like, we really got to get back to playing meaningful basketball in March?
Yeah, honestly, my family kind of told me a lot about it. Because, like, when I was playing them, like 2 seasons ago, playing them, they was telling me, like, how big, like, Temple really was back in the day. And, now you just hear from the staff, like, we got to try to, like, bring that culture back and bring that winning back, that winning style, because it's been a long time. So, for sure, I'm for sure trying to be around a part of that transition. Just like, because I've been a part of really good teams, but never really touching or going to the tournament. So, like, that's my ultimate goal, honestly.
What's something people wouldn't know about you outside of basketball? I know basketball probably consumes a large part of your life, but after all this time, what's something that maybe you don't get the chance to talk about, or maybe something that people wouldn't know about you outside of the game?
I don't know. I really like dogs. Like, that's
nice.
one.
Do you have a dog here?
No, I really want one. Like, I really want, like, I think I want, like, a Frenchie or something.
Okay.
But I really like dogs, and just being around my family. Like, I just want everybody to be happy. Like, that's just kind of how I am. Like, I just want everybody to be good.
Dallas has his dog here. I remember him telling me when I interviewed him when he committed, he said, "Can I call you back in 5 minutes? My dog's sick. I got to take care of her." So, when you were at Drexel, you were in a real cool area of the city there, a lot of food, a lot of just stuff to do. Yeah. Is it fun being back? And, like, any restaurants, or, like, what do you like about just being back here?
Just being familiar with it. Like, I really enjoy the city. Like, it's a lot, like you said, it's a lot of things to do. Like, I like that you don't really need to like use your car. Like, you can just walk everywhere. Like, I feel like it's beneficial. Like, and I honestly feel like the brotherly love is, like, actually a thing here. Like, sometimes, honestly. Sometimes, like, some places I go, like, I feel that, honestly. Like, people actually, like, talk to you. Like, some places, like, people don't really talk to you. Like, people mean mug you. But, like here, I actually feel like a real brotherly love here. Like, and people care. That's all.
Unless you tell them, like, are you a Lions fan? If you're not an Eagles fan, you tell them that. It might change a little bit.
Yeah, they might try to kill you.
What's the academic piece of it? Like, when you have to transfer so many times, you were talking about just keeping up with your classes online when you were in New York. Obviously, I think you probably want to keep your basketball career going, but what are you majoring in, and what's the academic piece of it like for you when you have to transfer and, like, keep your eye on that?
Yeah, I had to change my major, like, probably twice to, like, try to, like, make the transition as easy as possible. So I'm really just trying to, cause, like, I had like a good amount of credits to graduate at Indiana, and then, like, I just needed a class but it was, like, full or something, so I had to, like, it's kind of been a struggle, honestly, because just transferring is, like, you have to deduct so many credits. But my major in communications.
Okay.
Yeah, so just trying to get to the end probably this year for sure.
A big thank you to Deuce Drake for spending some time with me today over at the Pearson McGonigal Complex. Again, in the coming weeks, we'll have a little bit more insight into Varun Kumar's series on that 2001 Elite Eight Temple men's basketball team, and we'll get back into the mailbag as well. Again, you guys can help set the agenda for the show by throwing some questions at us, whether it's football, basketball, recruiting, even some off-topic stuff. Of course, we have fun with that. And then, again, preseason camp is going to be here before you know it. We're going to talk about some of the most important position battles to look at. Of course, everyone is going to be focused on who wins the starting quarterback job, whether it's going to be a Johnny Shepard or Jackson Smolik, but plenty of other players to look at other positions. So lots ahead in the coming weeks. Hope you guys have a good, happy, safe holiday weekend with friends and family, whatever you're doing to celebrate. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Scoop, and we will talk to you next week.